What's going on, guys? This is Travesty here, and today I'm bringing you the semi-finals of the MGL. So, one quarterfinal last week against Maki, and that puts us through the semis, and we are facing Elfowls, who was our week 8 matchup, so turn around and fight them again nice and quickly. We did manage to win that one, but there's always a little bit of weirdness with a rematch where I don't know if he was bringing like the exact same team that he'll bring again, or if he'll change things up knowing what I brought last time, etc. So I've made a few changes to the team, particularly because I knew that we were both locked to playoffs, so I deliberately kept a couple of things in my back pocket as well to kind of like see how we played around other things. It's a weird matchup. You can see it below me. It features a Tink, who there's actually one right up over there. I've added to the plushie collection, so now I have a Tink and a Score Bunny, both of which will be making an appearance in this game. I mean, obviously I don't know for sure that the Tink's coming, but like, the Tink's coming. It's his S tier. It's always coming. And yeah, we'll just get straight into the matchup. You can check out Elfowls in the description. A very accomplished battler, so make sure you go check out his run this season as well. He's been very consistently good, and so I'm a little bit worried. Like I said, we won the first one, but I feel like he will bring some different stuff which may cause me some problems. So we'll just see how we go. So to start with, we have Choice Scarf Moxie Scraggy. This thing was kind of the win condition last time, and it is again. It never hit the field, but we did share teams afterwards, so he knows I brought Scarf Moxie, but I still think Scarf Moxie is good. I have swapped out Dragon Claw, which is a little bit of a meme move for the last week, for Facade, because if we do get burned by the Fuecoco, then that's great. This speed allows us to speed tie with like Clauncher, Inkay, Jungmo, Quaxley, like a whole bunch of things are at the same 15 speed tier, so we want to be able to speed tie with those. The adamant doesn't really help us with anything, and if we do just start getting off some close combats, I thought about going high jump kick over close combat, but it didn't change any of the calcs really, and it doesn't have a ton of priority at all. Like, I think it's basically Sprigatito, and then I'll see if I can pull it up. Sprigatito gets Sucker Punch, and then other than that, it's like Aqua Jet from Quaxley or Clauncher, and then like Fake Out and Faint from, I guess Doduo could get Quick Attack as well, but it probably won't do much. So even if we get a couple of defense drops, we should be able to just kind of clean through his team with close combat. Iron Head in case for Terra Fairies, knockoffs just in case we're not trying to clean through the team, or something like Tink is gone and we can just lock into knockoff and do a lot of damage. And then Facade is just in case we get burned or paralyzed. We're not completely useless, so we can still get off some decent damage with Choice Scarf Facades. There's no ghost type, so I don't have to worry about locking into a normal or a fighting type move, which is nice. Second up, we have, one of the MVPs from the last time we played Elfowls, and that is Total. We were a bulky Eviolite thick fat set for that one. Switched to Life Orb for this one to try and catch him off guard with a little bit more power, and this was kind of like the other set I was considering bringing. Just Sheer Force Life Orb, EQ Ice Shard, Play Rough. Play Rough isn't like fantastic coverage into a lot of things, but it does hit the Inkay super hard, which is good to be able to do in case I need to, because we'll speed tie with it at max speed here. Ice Shard priority is super duper nice with the Life Orb and the investment. I think it's a 50% chance to Oko Doduo. EQ just hits everything pretty well, and then we've run Icicle Spear over Icicle Crash here. The calcs are pretty similar. Obviously Crash doesn't incur the Life Orb recoil, which is nice, but the reason I'm running Icicle Spear is he brought Substitute Youngmo against me in the last game, and if that thing does get up a sub as I switch into Sotodle, then we can live a scale shot, break the sub with one Icicle Spear, and then do a ton of damage with the second one, and if we get 3 hits, it's just dead. So that's really good. Whereas obviously an Icicle Crash would just break the sub, and if it's like Yachi Berry, that could be good as well. So going for Icicle Spear on Sotodle, the Life Orb recoil will happen. We'll kind of just take the recoil, and then we'll just probably get a last ditch Ice Shard off and hit something as hard as we can. Then we have Score Bunny. This is another one where I'm hoping to kind of bluff things. I brought a Scarf one last time, and I also brought Scarf max speed. So actually running a slightly, we're running 16 speed rather than 15. Rather than 17, I mean. The idea there is the only things he has that hit 17 speed are Toadstool and Sprigatito. Neither of them showed up last time, and I'm not sure that either of them will again. I think if he does make a change, it might be bringing the Quaxley or the Alolan Geodude. I don't think the grass types have a great matchup into me. Obviously, like, they're good into Wooper, but then I have Tentacruel is a neutral type, a water type that's neutral and can hit super effectively with like Sludge Bomb. Obviously Score Bunny hits them super hard, Drifloon's really good into them, so Toddle's really good into them, and Fungus just kind of shuts them both down as well. So I'm not sure that either of them will come. We'll see. There could be changes that he's made to his team as well, but basically if he doesn't, then this thing should outspeed everything else and would speed tie the Tinkertink, and I think Tinkertink's more likely to be bulky than fast. And so we'll outspeed everything else, and we can afford to go Adamant. That means with Adamant, Muscle Band, High Jump Kick, we have like a 90% chance to 2-hit KO Fuecoco on the switch in, and we do a ton of damage to everything else. So I'm hoping to kind of bluff like Jolly Choice Band with some rolls, and then he thinks he's safe to go into something like, you know, we High Jump Kick or Flare, say we Flare Blitz and kill something, and then you feel like he's safe to go into like Clauncher. Then we can swap to High Jump Kick and absolutely annihilate that thing. Or particularly if the Dodo comes in and it's been weakened, we can then Sucker Punch. Or similarly, if we have to kill off the Dodo with a Sucker Punch, they might go into like Inkay, thinking they're pretty safe from Sucker Punch and go for Superpower, and then we can kill it with the U-turn. Is kind of the idea here, is to bluff Choice Band and then just do a ton of damage and still be faster than most things. Then we have the major MVP from last time, which is Blitzel. So Blitzel last time was a physical flame charge set, and we're running a special Choice Scarf this time. I don't know why I have attack investment anymore, because I'm not running any physical attacking moves. So I'm actually going to change that, because there is no point. We're Lightning Rod, so if anything, our special attack will be going up, and Terra Blast will be doing more. So I'll just see if those EVs do anything anywhere else. I don't think they should. Yeah, we could get, I think, 1 HP out of that. Yeah. Can we get... Do you go up if I put you up by 4? No. No. Okay. I'll calc to see which is better out of 2020 and having 1 extra HP. It's probably the 1 extra HP. T-Bolt and Terra Blast Fairy is pretty good into this team. It won't hit the Toad School super hard, but like I said, I think I have things to deal with that anyway. Like, the other 5 mons on this team all handle that reasonably well. So Thunderbolt and Volt Switch are pretty free. This also gives me something to speed tie with Dodo outright, so it can be a useful Renge Killer, and it'll outspeed like a +1 Claxley, or anything else that's Scarfed as well, and can just get off pretty big hits. And the Terra Fairy also means we should be able to live like a superpower from Inkay, or should be able to live any hit from Inkay actually, as long as it's not like Life Orb. And then we can get off a Terra Blast and KO it, and part of the reason we're running Special Terra Blast is so I can afford for it to get up a +1 superpower and still OHKO it with a Terra Fairy Terra Blast. Thunderwave is just in case I need a last ditch paralysis on something that's running away with the game potentially, like say like Jungmo gets a +1. I mean, we just Terra Fairy Terra Blast. Basically, there wasn't really any other move that I particularly needed, and it gives me a safe thing to click potentially. I thought about Electro Web, but I can't risk giving Inkay a speed boost, because that would be really bad if I'm then locked in and it's +1 speed, and then that could be a bad time. And then just Volt Switch for initiative, and yeah, just kind of general stab damage moves. This is still pretty good into his team. Should 2-hit most things that aren't like a Violate, and we can get off really good damage there. Then I have the Tentacle. This thing just shuts down Clauncher. It's so good into Clauncher, so I kind of thought he would bring like Terra Electric last time, but he didn't, and I didn't bring the Tentacle, so I don't think he'll be incentivized to change that. I think it's more likely to go Terra Fairy again to try and handle the Scraggy, because that thing is a threat, in which case Gunk Shot will do a lot to it. This is just like the best spread for Tentacle. I was running all sorts of calcs trying to see if investment anywhere else made a difference, and like the HP investment doesn't change any 2-hit KOs into OHKOs, or vice versa, and this attack investment, like going down 1 point, changes like Gunk Shot from a 2-hit KO into an OHKO on some things, etc. The defense, like this is just, for whatever reason, this is where the stats line up perfectly for Tentacle, so that's what we're running. Just check if that 4, I don't think it'll make a difference either. Yeah, didn't think so. Flip Turn, Gunk Shot, Rapid Spin, and Toxic Spikes. So Spin is nice in case he tries to get up rocks. I have quite a few mons that are rocks weak this week, and so it'd be good to try and be able to get rid of those. And then just generally, if like Jungmo comes in on me and I think it might set up, I can Rapid Spin into Gunk Shot. Should be able to handle that thing. If it goes like Scale Shot, then we can OHKO it after the defense drop, and if it doesn't, yeah, we'll still be faster, we can get off a hit, etc. T-Spikes, because he does not have a grounded poison type, and so it can be pretty good for getting things poisoned poisoned, like the Inkay, Quaxley, etc. Obviously, those top 2 mons don't get poisoned, the Doduo and the Tinkatink, but that's fine-ish. Basically, like, Fuecoco is probably the main one that is a little bit hard to take down for my team, and getting it poisoned would be nice. And then everything else is just like, it's good chip, right? It'll break the sturdy on the Geodude, potentially. It means if Inkay starts to become a problem, I'm just getting chip on it, and then with my priority hitters and my Scarfers, I should be able to clean up after it takes that chip. So the T-Spike is going to be pretty useful for that. The other thing they're particularly useful for is our major win con this week, which is Drifloon. Running the Weakness Policy Unburden Endure set that I love. So Elfowls did not scout for this last time. He went for a raw knockoff with Inkay on my Drifloon, and so if I can get an Endure Weakness Policy off, then we will outspeed everything on his team with this investment, even Scarfers. I think the fastest Scarfer, is Doduo, which will get to 18, so 27 after the Scarf. We hit 28 with this investment, so it'll be the fastest thing. Like I said, his only good priority is Aqua Jet on Quaxley and Sucker Punch on the Sprigatito. All the normal type priority can't hit us, so that's really good. And so if I don't see either of those 2 mons, there is no priority. We'll be the fastest thing on the field. We get +2/+2. Anything that's poisoned just dies to Hex. Even some of the things, like, even if we can't get T-Spikes up, I think like Zachmander will die to Hex if it's not a Violite. And like, I think Toadscore will live 1, but it doesn't live a Temper Flares. Part of the reason we're going Weakness Policy as well is we can be nixed, and so the Temper Flare allows us to Oko the Tinkatink or something like the Toadscore, and then Thunderbolt hits the Doduo. So this thing just kind of fires off hits once it gets that +2/+2, if we can manufacture that happening, and hopefully we can with the Endure. So there are a few mons I can pull this off on. I think I would like to try and get T-Spikes up and a little bit of chip on some things, primarily the Fuecoco, because if it's unaware, it will still live a hit, but if it's poisoned, then Hex will do a lot. It'll still 2 at KO, so that's really good. And it shouldn't be able to Oko us back, although obviously if we've gone for Endure, we're probably at 1 HP. So hopefully we can get the Fuecoco down to about half at least, and then get T-Spikes up, and then we can go into this thing and just wreck shop, and then basically just scout out where the other Violite is on the team. Because then we know what needs chip, and if we get in, like, say, Tinkatink switches in on a Volt Switch, and then I can see that it's a Violite from the Volt Switch damage, we only need like 1 more of those, and then it's in Temper Flare range anyway. So this thing has the potential to do a ton of work if we can get it to work properly. So yeah, that's going to be the team. From what I'm expecting on his side, definitely Tinkatink Doduo 100% coming. The Quaxley is a maybe. Honestly, I think I do have checks for it between the Scarf Blitzel and the bulky Tentacle. I should be able to get off good chip onto it, handle it that way. Fuecoco I think was fantastic into my team last time, and it got taken down really early, so I think he'll bring it again and try and preserve it a little bit more. And then, honestly, any of the next 5 could come. I don't think it's going to be Toadscore. I'm not 100% sure on the others, though. I hope it's not Toadscore, because I haven't super prepped for it, but I do just have a Scorbunny that can nuke it, and a Sotodle that can nuke it, and this thing that can nuke, like, Gunk Shot still does a lot, and this thing destroys it with a Temper Flare. So, like, there's still things I can do to deal with it. I would just have to pick a sleep fodder, basically, which is not ideal. I mean, I did bring Sap Sipper on this last time. Anyway, it's fine. Hopefully he just doesn't bring it, because I have a Sap Sipper mod that shredded him to bits last time, and if he gives it a +1 attack boost, that's a bad time. I might change this to Sap Sipper specifically for that, actually, because I was Lightning Rod because he brought T-Wave on the Tinkatink, but honestly, I might go Sap Sipper. I'll think about it. I'll go Sap Sipper, and I'll play with the EVs here, and I'll see if maybe a Physical Terror Blast. Yeah. I'll work it out. Maybe that's why the investment was there, so Physical Terror Blast would do more if I needed it to. Anyway, that's going to be the team. I've rambled on far too long. That's a shroomism if ever I've heard it. So we're going to be cutting to the battle right now. Okay. We are here for the battle against Elfowls, and he's brought a different team to last time. Quite different, in fact. There's no Clauncher. There's no Jangmo. Instead, there's a Geodude, Toadscore, or Quaxley. No Fuecoco. So Scorbunny should be able to just pick up a kill pretty much every time it comes in. He does unfortunately have an electric immunity, so that makes this a little bit less good and makes Terra Ice a lot better on it, but it is what it is. And he does have his Spinner. I think the plan is still the same. I think I'm just going to lead with you. Yeah. Unfortunately, we are Sap Sipper, not Lightning Rod. It's Terra Electric on the Geodude as well, so I think it's just going to do big damage. Because I was Sap Sipper because I thought it might be good for Spore, but then someone reminded me that my Cilium Light ignores the ability anyway. So that's not ideal, because I should have been Lightning Rod for that Geodude, and for the Tinker Tinker Beach Runner is going to be the Toedscool. Okay, that's not ideal. Terra Ice would have been fantastic here. We kind of just have to switch. And I think I'm going to go... Tentacruel's not great here. Obviously, the ground move is bad. And I don't want to go hard into... Yeah, like, Terra Blast is not doing enough. I could just go hard Sotodle, threaten with the Ice Shard. We could just get up Spikes, is the thing. Because how much is Tentacool taking? Yeah, it'll get to it carried by an Earth Power, and that's not great. So I'm going to go Sotodle here. See what he wants to go for. He just goes to Spore off Rip. Okay. I think I'm going to burn a Sleep Turn here. This thing shouldn't be able to kill us. So I'm just going to go for the Icicle Spear. This is already a much less good start than last time, but I need to settle down. You got this. Sleep Clause is now active, so he can't put something else to sleep. We get no information about his set from that, though. Should have stuck with Terra Ice. Oh well. Terra Fairy is nice for that in case still. Just goes for the Earth Power. Does 15. So that looks to be like max invested, because if you're... Yeah, that pretty much has to be... Could you be no investment and get that roll? No. Yeah, so that looks like it's offensively invested. We burn one turn of sleep. This is really bad. Sotodle is so good into Doduo. But do I burn this super early? I don't think so. We're going to hope for the one turn wake. I think. Unfortunate. Alright. That's bad. This is bad. We lost so much momentum on that lead. If I'd led Sotodle, it would have been in a great shape. I just thought he wouldn't lead something like that because the Sotodle was so obvious. I'm just going to go Score Bunny here. He will outspeed, but he doesn't know that. From his Earth Power is just going to KO. 75% chance to OHKO if he's timid uninvested, and we know that he's invested. So yeah, this is just going to OHKO if he stays in. That was maybe a bad play. I'm really bluffing hard here. I may have already fucked it. Maybe should have gone into something else. I just don't have a lot for this, if I'm being honest. But you don't have a lot for a Flare Blitz, so please stay. Please either go for a status move or switch. Okay, so he's not max speed. That lids? Oh, it's sashed. Shit. I'm so fucked. I'm actually so fucked. What do I even do? Alright. Do you get anything to touch me? We know you're Spore and Earth Power. This is... I'm struggling here. Do you get knock? You do get knock off. Foul play! Good bring, good bring. Unfortunately for you, we're now in a good spot with a +2/+2 Drifloon. Thank fuck we live foul play, Jesus. Alright. +2/+2. No item. Unburden procced. I'll just click Hex. You die every time. You're at 1 HP. So we probably get revenged by Quaxley here. Because it should have Jet, right? Dies to Drifloon. There's no point preserving this thing though. If it goes anything other than Quaxley, it has to be a Violite Tinkatink, I think. Which would live. Oh, Geodude has 30 as well. Could be Sturdy, could be Galvanize. Let's hope it's Galvanize. The fact that he hasn't gone hard Quaxley makes me think it's not... it hasn't got Aqua Jet. Yeah, it's going to be the Inkay. We just click Hex here. If he's a Violite, he's a Violite. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the T-Spikes up before doing this, but I was under too much pressure. So we'll just see what set he is. This is either a roll to kill. He uses Endure. Ooh. Are you cussed out? Yeah, that looks like Endure cussed out. Okay, that's a good bring. Is there any reason to preserve this? I don't think so at this point. But I can Endure. So we should be good. Just gonna go for knock. Brings us down to 1 HP, that's fine. And now we can just Hex. If that foul play was a roll, I'm so lucky. Toad School with foul play. If I'm not at +2, yeah, that was a roll. 6.3% chance in my favor. But it is what it is. So we'll see what he has. We at least get to take care of the Inkay. We have Skull Bunny as a sack, basically. And this thing as a sack. And then it comes down to can I get Scraggy going? Can I handle a Doduo? Alright, dies to Drifloon. Let's see what he brings out. That makes me think Quaxley might not have Jet. But we'll see. If it has Jet, it has Jet, you know? Hamlet's got to be Quaxley. Ooh, it's this thing. Air Balloon. Great, so we know you're not a Violate. I'm going to click Temper Flare. Balloon. I believe this should kill unless you're very defensive. Like, you would have to be max HP and a plus defense nature for it to be a 50% chance. Come on, Drifloon! Ah, this is Little Cup dies to Drifloon. This might be game. The fact that he hasn't gone Quaxley makes you think he just doesn't have Jet. There's the Geodude. You should die to Hex unless you're a Violite or Sturdy. And if you're either of those things, we're now in a really good spot anyway. Or a better spot. I wouldn't say a really good spot. But we can probably revenge this with Scraggy, force the Doduo in. And then Blitzel should be able to clean up. Okay, that's a Violite for sure. Rock Blast. That's definitely bulky. Like, very bulky for how much that did at +2. So, what I want to get in to revenge you. You're good to take a hit from Doduo. You probably kill with Terra Blast, but I want to save you for a little bit. I think we go Baggy Brian. I'm pretty sure you would still die to a CC if you Terra Electric. Yeah, you should, even if you're a Violite. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So we got rid of more pieces than I expected with Drifloon, given this thing lived. But CC should be doing enough, even if you've got defense investment. And a Violite. And if you Terra. Yeah, it does minimum of 30. If you're like max defense, max HP. It has Terra. Should get this kill. Alright. Dies to Scraggy. So now you have to go Doduo. Right? Because we'd speed tie with a Scarf Scraggy. Yeah, there's the Doduo. I'm just going to sack the Score Bunny here. We're never going to get the chance to burn our sleep turns. This is going to come down to... So he should be able to click Double Edge here, which is his play to make sure I can't go into Blitzel. If he's Agility, and he goes for it here, then that might be game, because I've lost my priority to deal with it. Okay, he just goes to Double Edge, that's good, that's good. We get our chippies on this, so I believe Tentacool will live 1. Yeah, Tentacool will live 1 as long as he's Scarfed, which I think he has to be here. Oh, I'm the wrong set! This is the wrong Tentacool. Shit. Okay, that's fine. We're still a Violite. Let me see if I can pull up the set. Shit. I think this is last week's Tentacool, isn't it? Yeah. Shit, that's really bad. That's really, really bad, because we're not defense invested. Fuck, 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 fuck. And in fact, we're minus defense nature. Shit, that makes this a roll. Sludge Wave will kill, though. After recoil. That's so bad. Alright, we just have to go for Sludge Wave. This goes for double edge. Okay, we do live at least. Being the wrong set almost cost us there, because we should have guaranteed lived one. Dice Tentacle, KO's Score Bunny. Alright, Quaxley. So I think weirdly enough, my play here is to keep clicking Rapid Spin to outspeed this and get chip. I do have a Scarfer in the back. I have 2 Scarfers in the back, so this will guarantee outspeed at +1. So I just need to not let him get to +2 actually. So I just Sludge Wave and hope for... Okay, so he's not Scarfed. That does look like it might be a Violite. Yeah, he goes for Spin. But Blitzel should have this. Man, what a roller coaster of a game. Yeah, even with a Violite. Choice Scarf Blitzel should have this. We always die to Liquidation, but you should always die to Thunderbolt. You can see the sweat patches underneath my arms. That did not go smoothly at all. You look like you're a Violite, this should still kill. This should kill every time. It does 63 min, even with Spadef investment. You've got to have speed investment. Your play here is always click Rapid Spin though, I think. But Thunderbolt should just KO, and that should be game. Well done, Blitzel. Alright, GG's to Elfowls. Holy shit, that was intense. I think we got really lucky with some rolls there. That tentacle set being wrong almost sent me, because that would have just been game, I think. I think I just lost to Doduo at that point because I let the Sotodle and Score Bunny get put to sleep. Toadstool was such an issue, man. I did not respect the Spore, because I completely forgot about the whole Sapsipper interaction until Amber reminded me last night. Hot damn, what a battle. But we're through to the finals, so it wasn't smooth, but we made it. I think, again, good prep on our part, with some surprising sets. Really good prep on his part as well, but managing to get some surprise KOs, like on the Tinkertink, with the Temper Flare and the Endure on the In-K, etc. Swung it back in our favor after a really rough start. So, and then Blitzel able to clean up at the end. Didn't even have to risk a speed time with the Dodo, which was good. So, yeah, I'll be seeing you guys in the grand final next week against... I actually won't spoil it because I don't know if they've uploaded their games yet. So you'll have to check out everyone in the description to find out who else is in the grand final. But yeah, I'll be seeing you guys next week.